Hey America, Chef John, the Ghetto Gourmet here. We're going to be doing some frying tonight to some Jimi Hendrix. Alright, so I've got 3 chicken tenders and 3 jumbo shrimp prepped up. Y'all saw that? Woo. I've got a little bit of chopped up pickle because we're going to make a sauce. I'm going to use barbecue sauce for the fried chicken. I've got my oil heating up. I like to use Crisco. It's pretty nice oil. You know, it's pretty light. Here, let me show you. Oh, this is it's golden sweet. This is vegetable oil. But see how the color's nice and light? It has very nice and light flavor. While I kiss the sky. Also, we're going to have a mixed salad with Caesar dressing. So let's make this first sauce here. And Steinfeld pickles, wonderful product. Only ones I buy mostly. So we got the chopped up pickles. We're going to make a real basic, easy relish here. I threw in a good thing of mayo right there. Put a little bit more in. Then I'm going to take my lemon juice. I have a fresh lemon here. I'm going to put you down the deck so you can see what I'm doing. So I got a fresh lemon here. And I'm going to juice a little bit of that right onto the mayo. I'm going to use Old Bay seasoning. Is an awesome seasoning for seafood and fish. I used to work at the Firehouse restaurant and nobody used Old Bay, and I started using Old Bay in their food. I doubled their through marketing my cooking, and some people were really willing to work with me. One of them still is the owner there. Wonderful man. His name is Larry. We doubled our how many people were coming in during the week. Just by changing a few things around the menu, putting a few of my items on the menu. I still believe they have my halibut parmesan on their menu, and run the prime rib all weekend long. So we did that little bit mix there. I'm gonna give it a little taste. This is what it looks like now. A little bit more lemon juice. Old Bay was a seasoning that was made in Germany, and it made it to the East Coast, and that was kind of all she wrote. Okay, next, I've got that made. I'm going to put you back up top here. Next, we're going to work on the fry things. So, I don't want to overuse my oil. So I keep turning it down, but you can see how the oil is moving kind of nicely there. It's kind of bubbling around, kind of moving just a little bit. Right? So I could stick my finger in it and tell you a lot closer what the temperature is, but I might say ow if I did that, okay? So here we have, this is where I'm going to catch my product. This is going to be my tempura batter. And this right here is going to be my toss, my flour. So first we want to get the seasoning right to the chicken, okay? And right to the shrimp. So I'm going to put a little black pepper right into that. Shake a little salt into that. Because I want to get those seasonings right onto the product that I'm using. So, I mean, it may look like I'm putting a lot in there, but I want it to, this is going to be sticking directly to the product, and it's really important that this has a fair amount of seasoning in it. Now next, I'm going to put a little salt in this one. I'm going to do the same thing with the pepper. Okay? I'm going to use just a little Old Bay because I'm going to run the shrimp through first, but Old Bay isn't that good, and it burns on food when you fry it. Okay, so we're going to be real careful with that. Now this is how we build our tempura batter. I've got some just regular old baking powder here, and I'm just going to shake a little bit on there. And you see how that area turned white? So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to grab myself a little spoon. I'm going to put you down for a second up here. So I'm going to add a little water to this, all right? I'm putting cold water in here. This is double acting baking powder. Here, I want you to be able to see real well what I'm doing here. So I'm going to bring you over here. Put you on the baking powder thing. So I'm going to put in just a little water, and I'm going to make a kind of a soup out of this. But it's going to be really thick at first, right? Because we can always thin it, but we can always add more flour and thicken it again. So the reason I'm doing this in this particular fashion is that we have to adjust our tempura. This is the tempura batter for the fry. And there's a couple of things we're going to look for. The flour brings the cohesion together. The flour causes a structure, all right? Now the baking soda, or the baking powder, causes an explosion. Now the water causes a flow. Now by explosion, I mean how much the flour is going to puff up. Now the water, if I get too much water, when I try it in the fryer, we're going to do this next. When I try this in the fryer, okay, so you test a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of this and put it in the fryer. Now, we're going to watch. See how it really blew apart really fast there? Okay. That tells us that maybe this is a little thin. So it's got a little bit more flour on the sides, and I can mix that in. And let's see what happens now. Still, it goes a little too much, so I'm going to add a little bit more flour to that, just a hair, because it's almost where we want it. So, just a little bit, see that? That was just a hair of flour we put in there. Now let's try this. This almost might be too thick, but see how it kind of leaves a valley as I'm crossing the spoon with it? Okay, let's try this in the fryer now. See, it didn't explode as fast, right? So it got a little thicker, a little stronger. And you can see how it's browning over there. So this is probably a little hot for our chicken. I'm going to turn it down to 4. It was at 5. Now, part of it is that this is going to be sticking to the flour that we have on our product. So I think we're going to be okay. So I'm going to put my fry catcher over here, so I can do this right next to it. Now I took the tails off these shrimp, and we're going to go on pause for a quick second so I can have some shorter videos that don't take forever. What else I'm serving it with it is I got some microwave basmati in the microwave from last night's dinner ready to go. All right, Chef John, Ghetto Gourmet. Peace. See you back in a second. We'll be frying.